Hey, Rumble World Entertainment. Now, potential spoilers in this video, but when they come up, I'll let you know in advance we'll talk about it. But Deadpool 3, which is filming, or finishing up filming, whatever way it is, I don't even know where they're shooting this thing, because only there over the weekend, Hugh Jackman was in the UK, he was in London, he was at the Crystal Palace Liverpool match, and he doesn't quite have the Wolverine beard going on anymore, so I don't know whether he's finished filming or what, but whatever. But a bunch of images have been leaking online, and we've been seeing them for quite a while. Obviously, that's how we know, and I've seen Hugh Jackman in the yellow and blue suit for Wolverine. We've seen the destruction of, well, what looks like the destruction of the 20th Century Fox logo. And all the images seem to be coming from this location. There's a lot more of the images with spoilers. We're not getting into those yet. But in response to so many images coming out, Ryan Reynolds has responded. And he was responding by asking people to stop. That it's starting to spoil all the cameos and stuff. Now, we know it's a multiverse movie. We know there's meant to be a crap ton of cameos in this. But they're kind of starting to say, oh, you're starting to kind of spoil the movie. So Ryan Reynolds went ahead then after doing that and did the Ryan Reynolds thing. And he did what Ryan Reynolds does. He trolled everyone because a crap ton of new leaked images popped up, but they were images he put out himself. And they are just insane because you're getting images of the Predator being in this movie. No one has to worry, that's not a spoiler. The Predator is not in this movie. That's the joke. He's put the image of the Predator standing in front of him and Hugh Jackman, trying to say, here's another cameo. He put in an image of Deadpool holding up a big bag of money with Mickey Mouse standing behind him. He's put out a picture of Yondu standing over them with an umbrella. He's trolled everyone, and he's just put out a crap ton of these images. And now when you're looking at a few websites, people are starting to think that those images are the real images. They're like, oh my god, like is the Predator gonna show up in this? It's so funny, and it was the proper thing to do, you know. Again, the weird thing about all the leaked images though they are from this one location, which is kind of, it's like a deserty looking area with this broken 20th Century Fox sign. But even the images that are real with the actual cameos are in that location. So it's very strange, and I'm kind of wondering now, is the majority of the film going to take place in this one location? Or is the main scene of the movie for this multiverse moment going to be in this location? Or is it just, this is where they're going to kill the Fox universe? It's very strange. It'll be interesting to find out. Do I think this movie will do well? Yes. Do I think it'll crack $1 billion? No. Do I think it's going to be a huge profit maker? It depends on what this movie actually is, how it comes out, what word of mouth will be for it, and what the actual budget. There's no way this budget is under $100 million. This thing is probably the standard 200 million, if not more, especially with all these cameos that's happening in it, which we'll get into now in a moment. So first off, do us a favor. Let's do a little favor for little old me. Just hit that little subscribe button if you don't mind. Just press it, little boop, and voila, you'll be subscribed, and you'll get to see loads of videos like this, providing you're enjoying them. If you're not, still hit it, and you can tell me you don't. Either way, thanks for being here. And with that, let's get into the spoiler. So, spoiler warnings right now, because we're going to spoil the actual images and some of these cameos. So, you've been warned. Here we go. Spoilers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, the main image for these spoilers, and a video was taken as well, which we'll show, is that Sabretooth will be in the movie. But not Sabretooth from X-Men Origins Wolverine. No, we are getting the original 2000 X-Men movie Sabretooth. But we're not just getting that version of Sabretooth. He is dying. He gets his head cut off. And judging by the video, it's Wolverine who cuts his head off. And that's where the image we have of Deadpool holding his head. He's walking around with his head, which is also, I'm pretty sure, where Ryan Reynolds used that image. You replace the head with the bag of money. But we're now seeing that the original X-Men Sabretooth will be in it for however long and will die. He gets his head cut off. We also have Toad. X-Men 2000 Toad is in this. I have no idea. I've heard nothing as to whether it's actually Ray Park reprising the role, but we can see Toad is in here. And not just as Toad in here, he's in a vehicle that is very similar and probably is the Fantastic Four's vehicle. So are they hinting that the Fantastic Four is going to be introduced, or at least a version will be introduced in this movie? Quite possible, because we also have Red Skull's car showing up in it. You can see it on the set. Is Red Skull gonna be back in this? Don't know, but there's his car. His car is gonna be in here. It's all but pretty much confirmed now that Taylor Swift will be appearing in it, seeing as we now have not just is she popping up in photos here, there and everywhere next to Ryan Reynolds, but now we have the image of her and Blake Lively getting cozied up with each other, which just screams, well, she's definitely in this movie. Don't know for how long and whatnot, but she's clearly going to be in this movie. And from what we're hearing, there's going to be a crap ton of other X-Men and Fox Universe cameos, as well as other cameos from the MCU, apparently. And we now also have confirmed that Vanessa will be showing back up in this movie. Doesn't sound like she's going to be in there for very long. I mean, this movie's been filming for quite a while now. And the actress, what's her name? Monica something. I can never pronounce her second name. She's only confirmed the other day that she will have a part in Deadpool 3. You know, which really says she's going to have a bare minimum appearance in the movie, which will suck as well. A lot of people were disappointed when her name was not getting mentioned when they were talking about this movie. Even when they started filming that, her name never came up. If she was going to be one of the main parts, you'd think it would be like Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, and her name. But the fact that they've been filming for so long now, obviously they had quite the break between the strikes, which is the other worrying part, that Ryan Reynolds wasn't able to improv during the writer's strike and things before they went on strike, because he co-wrote the script. So that's going to be a bit, having to stick to the jokes that were written down. But knowing that she probably won't be in there for much and whatnot, and are they going to have this over-reliance on just all these cameos? It's going to be an interesting one. It really is. We'll have to wait and see what actually happens. And people think, oh, Deadpool will save Marvel. No, it won't. How would one movie succeeding save? What are we now? 3 years into a dying franchise? They haven't had a hit in 3 years. Not one. Guardians of the Galaxy is the only movie that basically made money, and it barely broke even. So it didn't turn a massive profit or anything, and they do not make these movies do break even. So we'll have to wait and see. As I said, it'll be interesting to see what word of mouth and stuff is with this. If people walk out of this movie and go like, Jesus Christ, not just is it not all that funny, but it's just like cameo after cameo after cameo, multiverse. It doesn't have room to breathe. And even if they say it doesn't even focus all that much on Deadpool, he's kind of the co-star of his own movie, I think that could do damage to it. But as I said, we'll wait and see what happens. But there you go. That's what's going on. Ryan Reynolds did the Ryan Reynolds thing and trolled the fans while the spoilery images are out there. And some websites have agreed not to share them anymore. We will though. So with that, I'll leave it there for this one. So cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.